Hi, welcome to Leap Taken. This is Mika, and here at Leap Taken I talk about all things witchy, craft-related, law of attraction, manifesting, esoteric, and everything else in between. And I thought I would put together a video to show you how I actually practice witchcraft. Now this is a glimpse, and they're just pieces of moments throughout my day. This is just one day, really mostly in the morning, of things that I do. And it's just to inspire, and hopefully you like this, and I'll be happy to share more videos like this, where I'm actually showing you and doing things, as opposed to just talking about it. But I talk during. Big truck just went by on the main road. But anyway, I will do more of these videos if you guys like this, because it was fun for me to do it, to kind of really share the nitty-gritty stuff that I do. But yeah, I'll be happy to share even more. So stay tuned. And now it's time for coffee. The steaming cup of coffee. So, how I start my day is I get the sugar out. I usually use coconut sugar, but I'm using cane sugar. I haven't had a chance to go get it from the store yet. So I'm just spooning in my sugar, as you can see here. And all I'm thinking about as I spoon it in is may my day be sweeter, or as sweet as it can be. May things go my way, so mote it be. And now we have oat milk creamer, if I can get that around, because first thing in the morning, bear with me. So I'm gonna pour my oat milk creamer in. And my intention is for health, prosperity, and just peace. So mote it be. So mote it be. And that's my coffee spell. And with another witchy activity, here I go. So in the mornings, once I have my coffee, which I'm gonna take a sip of because this is really happening and I really want my coffee. I like to come to my witchy planner and write down any intentions, anything that I feel like I need to write down, any dreams, write down any dreams and so forth. I would put that in here. Then of course, I'm not perfect. Sometimes I forget, unfortunately. Sometimes I don't get it right, but you know what? I get an A for effort. And this little pen, this is like a pencil pen, marker bag I got from the Happy Planner. You can see here. I love the animal print. I can actually pop this onto the planner, but I keep it separate because I don't just use this planner. Anywho, I'm going to pick out a black pen because I don't know, I felt that feels right this morning. So let me go ahead and get to the activity. So this is here. I didn't really write much anything down, but today is Wednesday, and I think what I'll do is the things that I know I'm going to do today is update Grimoire. I'm going to do a tarot reading, and I'll be doing a candle spell at some point today as well. And here I'll just leave this blank for now, and I can't think of anything else other than sometimes I'll just write down how I feel. Like I hear feeling incredibly grateful for having the time to visit with my son. It was a new moon on Monday, and that's something that I wrote because that's what I felt. So sometimes, I just write down and forget again. I am feeling incredibly grateful, not just because because I had last week with my son, but also just because I feel good, I'm grateful for being healthy. Okay, I'm feeling incredibly grateful about that. I just watched the news and there's several people who are going, through with this COVID-19. So, for me, it's that simple, updating this particular planner. Now, I do have a different section. This is a Frankenplan Transformer planner. Just stay with me. Anyway, yeah, so I'll go in, I'll do my updating there, and then I have basically 2 planners in here. So this is my second planner. And here's where I write sometimes detailed things, string the thoughts strung together or not. But I have notes here, and a couple things I put in, and all my other intentions and things like that. This is something I'm working on. I have notes from a reading and so forth, and I can look at my full moon, another worksheet that I created that I find helpful. And this is my a yearly tarot spread that I did, and I have the results in this section, and I have blank paper to write more tarot readings down. But anyway, right now I don't have to write anything in this section. I was just showing you. If I had to, that's where I would go. But pretty good. That's more monthly. This part, the blue part, is definitely more weekly. So this is what I do pretty much each morning. Now here is my grimoire. I'm open to a blank page because I plan on updating this page. You'll notice there's some ink coming through on the other side. I swear that's just from a different, some other writings. But anyway, what I plan on doing is just sharing with you a little bit of how kind of my witchcraft works for me, in a very practical sense. This is a typical thing for me to do. All these activities that I'm sharing here. So anyway, I use this book. This book has been out for a little bit. I remember finding this book a couple years ago, and I can't remember the copyright date exactly. I just know it was a few years ago. But anyway, 2016. It's not that old. Anyway, this book is great for those of us who struggle with writing spells, or you just not even struggle. Maybe that's not the right word. You're used to following somebody else's spell and tweaking it, but maybe you've never actually created your own from scratch. And this book is perfect. Again, I'm a practical witch. I like to find the practicality of things, and then it makes sense to me. And she explains it in a very technical way, even though we're talking about spells, on how to do it. This book is great. It's not a lot. It's not very thick. It's not very large, but it is chock full of information. But what I like to do occasionally sometimes is I use my books in my library, and I like to go back and reference them. I find they're helpful to kind of keep me, what's the word, together? To keep me together, yeah. We'll just say that. But anyway, I was thinking of something as far as I wanted to put some sort of I saw this, writing a celebratory spell. So I want to write sort of a celebratory spell, but I'm going to tweak it a little bit. It's more like a thank you to the ancestors for helping me. I did some workings, magical workings recently. In June, actually. Yeah, I think it was June. I have it in here, so it's not really about when. But anyway, I did a spell, and it's worked. And I've created, I'm not going to show all of this, but I've created a spell results page, and I've just been cataloging all the things that have worked so far, toward the spell. It's actually working. So anyway. That's something I would encourage you to do as well. Put right in your grimoire, your book of shadows, but also be prepared to come back and write the details of what happened. You owe it to yourself to write down results. So basically, it's like a thank you. I'm celebrating that I am getting results on the spell that I did. And I just sort of want to write down, I've already wrote the results down, but something a little bit more formal, because I'm going to go ahead and use my candle here. This is just a white 7-day candle. I'm going to use this, and I'll also be using this. This is Palo Santo. So those are kind of the main things that I'll be using, and this is basically just going to be like an offering. I'm going to go ahead and do energy work to raise energy and then put it into this candle. And the energy that I would be putting into the candle is gratitude, thankfulness, and, you know, just feeling excitement and celebratory that the things that, you know, I manifested are happening. It's actually happening as I asked. So I'll be channeling that energy into this candle. So the technical piece. So when I say write things down, right, this is what I do. So first off, you need to think of a name. What the heck are we doing, Mika? What are we calling? I'm right now kind of, I still keep things celebratory for some reason, because I'm writing to me it's a celebration. So yeah, a celebration of gratitude. Yeah, celebration of gratitude. Spell. Okay, so there we go. And I like to write in cursive. I don't know, I like my handwriting better in cursive than I do in print. It makes me happy. But anyway, using this book, it's not that this celebratory spell is actually for a pagan holiday. But what this does is give you an example. For instance, a celebratory spell is written to honor a god or goddess, or is written for a particular holiday. Well, I'm using it to be to my ancestors for helping me. So, you know, first thing, what is the intent? So to celebrate the holiday, say thank you for making it through the winter. So what is my intent? My intent, and I'll write that here. My intent is to show my jubilant, that's okay, gratitude to my ancestors. Okay. Let me add more for helping me. With my prosperity spell. Okay, so I would just do that, and so that's my intent. And what will you need? So I'll just put here candle, white, and Palo Santo. Okay. And when are we doing this? We're going to go ahead and do this today. I don't think, for the purposes of this, of what I'm doing here, I'm going to write a date down, because this is something I could always go back to and, you know, use and remember. So I'm just going to leave this alone and not put a date. I don't think it's necessary. So how would I raise energy? So I'm going to, and here, by the way, in the book it says here, chant, because this is what we do in Wiccan tradition I belong to, although I'm not Wiccan. But the point is, you can chant to raise energy. You can clap your hands, you can dance. Honestly, movement is best, but if, you know, for a lot of us with active minds, we can raise energy just with thoughts. And for me right now, that's very easy to do, because I am in a place of extreme happiness, and I do feel like celebrating. Things really are really good for me. My spell worked, and that makes me excited. So, energy raising, I'm going to say, charge candle using my extreme gratitude and happiness. Okay, and how am I going to do that? I will be thinking about what it is that has happened, and I'll just hold on to the candle and I'll transfer my thoughts into the candle. I basically envision my thoughts becoming like electricity, energy, white, sort of a white, fast moving light, and it's just coursing from my third eye down my body, down my arms, through my hands, directly into the candle. That's how I do it. So I'll just say visualizing my energetic thoughts. We're gonna work our way through this spelling. Visualizing my energetic thoughts moving into the candle. Okay? Remember, this is my grimoire, so if I put a little extra writing here, or do something where it's not quite right, it's okay. I'm reading this, I know what it says, so I'm perfectly fine with that. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. You can use this book now. There's a lot more to it than that. I've read this book several times, but and I love this because she starts you with exercises. This is not something you read this book, but it's like a workbook. You're going to be doing some work as well with this. So anyway, that's what I have written down here. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to come back and embellish just a little bit more, add a little bit of whimsy and detail, because that is who I am. I'm someone who likes paper crafts, stickers, and stuff like that. So I'm going to look real quick to see. I have the sticker book. It's called Dream Secrets from the Happy Planner. Don't be afraid to, jazz up your Book of Shadows grimoire with stickers, decorations, cutouts from whatever, print things online, print them and cut them out and paste them in your book. Or from a magazine or from another book, whatever it is. But anywho, I am just quickly looking to see if there's something here that is relevant to, what this is about. And then I can kind of just add here. Maybe not. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And that's okay. I might print something else out online. I do like the Live Your Dream. And You Got This. I think that definitely fits. So where am I going to put it? I usually like to put stuff like right in the middle. And then you'll see in a minute what I'm doing. And I'll add a little bit of this here. These stickers, they look like little gold specks or stars. Again, just a little embellishment. No one has to do this. I'm not encouraging everyone to go out and buy stickers and play in them like me. Yes, I'm a grown woman and that's what I do. What the kids say, yeah, I said what I said, don't at me. I love that. Anyway, yeah, so I am just going to add, like I said, just a little bit of something, a little whimsy on here. Why do people want to be boring and dry and in the name of growing up and being an adult? No. Anyway, so I just wanted to add a little bit of that. If I want to come back and write anything else, I'm okay with writing it around here. If there's some results, for instance, let's say I like this candle and the flame shoots up, that'll mean something to me, and I'll come back and add a little addendum here, because that would really stand out to me. So anyway, this is just basically, like I said, a little bit of what I do. And a normal witchy day for me, a normal day of me just being the witch that I am, I should say it like that. All right, on to the next activity. Okay, one of the other things I like to do is just have a little quiet reflection. I understand some people like to do that first thing in the morning, and that's fine. It's I've been up for a couple hours, I've done some other activities, but there are times I just kind of need to breathe and do breath work. That's what I loved about reading that book that I did the review on, the last one, The Intuitive Witchcraft, because the author talks a lot about breath work. And I'm an advocate of that because it can do so much. It does something on a metaphysical plane, and it also does something for you on a real physical plane. It helps lower your blood pressure. If you are going to the doctor's checkup or whatever, most doctors' offices, even the dentist, takes your blood pressure before you do anything. Go ahead and study your breathing, and that's concentrated breath work. So it's basically like this. And also my app tells me to do it on my Apple Watch, but it goes like this. This is what I do. So I'm breathing in very deeply. Very concentrated. When I breathe in, I'm holding. And when I release, I'm careful to release fairly slowly, very concentrated. Doing this does something to you mentally as well. It will relax you. It's the oxygen. It's the oxygen. We are magical beings. Always remember that. We have names for things. There's science to explain it, but it doesn't take away from the fact that it's magical. The process is magical, that I can just use breathing to change my cellular structure on some level. I can make my heart stop beating as fast. I can make, the blood pressure calm the F down. I can also ready myself for any sort of spiritual connection. It could be the beginnings to meditation. It could be part of meditation. It could be considered your breathwork ritual, something that you do. I would suggest you do more breathwork. And it's something, again, you don't need tools, you don't need people. You just need yourself. You don't need a candle. If you want to light candles and do that, that's fine. But I'm just enjoying the remains of my coffee, and I'm sitting here just breathing, just quietly breathing. I think most of us can take a few minutes out of the day, even if you're actively doing something, and just stop for just a few minutes and just concentrate on breath work. Multiply that throughout the day and notice your stress levels go down. And that you just feel better. You'll just feel a little bit more balanced. It's not that it stops anything bad from happening. It's just that maybe you're a little bit more stable to deal with whatever comes your way. And so that's my little activity that I do. Okay, now you're probably thinking, what does toast have to do with witchcraft? Because I like to have a little seed toast first thing in the morning. Well, that's not quite true. Eventually, sometime in the morning. So bread, you got to think about things in, like I said, in a practical sense. For me, bread is wealth. You don't have to think about the times, ancient times, not even ancient, just in general, pre-industrial life. Well, shoot, even now, but bread signifies wealth, wheat and all of that sort of stuff. It's abundance. And for me, that's how I think about things like that. So yeah, I'm just doing something mundane. I'm toasting bread. This is alchemy happening. So basically, you just put your intentions in everything you do and you make it more witchy. So in my case, I'm thinking about abundance. I'm thinking about prosperity. I'm thinking about good health, harvest, all that sort of stuff. Even though we're in the summer, it's just, again, I think of sun energy and just feeling good and feeling nourished. So I have become plant-based, so I don't use real butter. So I'll be using my Powered by Plants Vegan Earth Balance buttery spread. But I haven't given up all the sugar, so we're still going to go ahead and put a little blackberry jam. So again, blackberries, to me it represents summer fun, a fun fruit, and just lightness and fun and airiness and just pleasure and feeling good. You gotta think blackberries are juicy, and it just makes me think of fertility and things yet to be born, new ideas, new projects. So those are sort of my intentions and things that I think about when I'm just making toast in the morning. But that's the energy that I'm putting into everything I'm touching intentionally. That's how I keep the energy, I guess my, you know, whatever energy I'm on, whatever vibe I'm on, that's how I keep it, because I keep it even in what would otherwise be considered mundane. So yeah, it's time for my toast. So that pretty much is how, you know, I'm just showing just in the early part of the day how I kind of do witchcraft. This is what I do. It's quiet. There's not a lot of fanfare all the time. It's a little subdued, like my lighting. I'm a cottage witch, you know, who practices practical magic. I do spells that are for the house, you know, for the people I love, protection mostly, prosperity for sure, health spells, a lot of kitchen magic, and just keeping a certain energy in my home. That's pretty much a lot of the things I do. Of course, there's other stuff, and I'm always learning more, but yeah, this is just a little window into just, you know, a couple activities that I do throughout the day or any given day to practice witchcraft, to show you what witchcraft might look like in just a regular day. So thank you for watching. Again, I'm Mika, and this is Leap Taken. Please like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have subscribed, again, I really appreciate it, and thank you so very much. All right, bye.